And yes, we are still talking about sex and dating as a teenager. Before the break, they are saying that we as parents, we need to tap there. We need to be there for our children. We need to be there for our children. So here we are. As teenagers, as parents, we want to build a better teenagers. We want to be the better parent. Me as a parent out there, how can I be more supportive, like literally intentional way of being there for my child? What is a tool perhaps that you can share in me being practically there for my children?
I think first of all, be that mother that your teen will want. I mean, by being transparent from the tender age, when a child starts to have awareness, a child must start by having awareness of a mother who is there, a father who is there, and a father who is open to talk about anything and everything. You see, parents should be at the forefront of having this conversation with their children. But you cannot do and have this conversation if your children are scared of you. You see, they must not be afraid of you. They must respect you as a parent. So most of the time we have a situation where parents are scaring children. And then you cannot be comfortable with a parent who is scaring you because there is fear that is involved. So parents need to have that transparency. They need to be open. And again, what is important, I think, teenagers need to have a sense of their reason for existence. Sex is there. You are going to feel the feeling, but don't become what you are feeling. And parents should be at the forefront to say, my child, you are going to feel like this. Boys, when you wake up in the morning, you will see something went up. It is not a problem. It means you are human. Those are sexual feelings. But it must be age appropriate. So that children cannot be surprised when they see themselves having this development, having these changes in their body. Because changes are not only physical, they are also emotional. They start to have sexual feelings. Where are the parents who can sit down with them and say, this is the meaning of a sexual feeling? Then when a child is aware that this is a sexual feeling and it does not mean I need to act on it here and now, parents need to start to introduce many important things to their children, among other including their purpose, to say, my child, if you engage in sex now, whether I am aware or not, these are, as she said, these are the consequences. And these consequences may hinder you to become what you want to become in the future. You see, and the other thing that we need to deliberately talk about is the fear that we inflict. When I was growing up, all that I knew about sex is that you must not have sex or else you're going to hell. You see, so I grew up with that fear. But now at my age, I wish I could have been told the truth other than hell, so that I will be liberated in my mind to say, I don't want to have sex, not because I'm afraid of hell, because the teenagers' frontal lobe is not fully developed. That fear will not stick with them for too long. When the pressure comes in, the teenager will give up and forget about that fear of going to hell. They need to be told the truth about sex. So that when they decide to have sex, they will make a decision based on their own will to say, I wanted to have sex, so that they can be able to account. To take responsibilities, to say, I made this decision, whether it was peer pressurized or whether it was impulsive decision, but I made this decision. There should be accountability here and there, but parents need to start to have discussion about sex with their children at the tender age.
Yes, Coach.
Andrew said something interesting. He said that kids don't do what we say, they do as we do. And we're living in a very liberal generation. We are such liberal parents. I'm a boyfriend
Hey, girl.
and every boyfriend I have is introduced to my child. Yeah, and it's their dad, you know.
Yeah.
So modeling. How are we modeling ourselves as parents to our kids?
Yeah.
There's a lot that's happening in Makaya.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
As a parent, sit there and evaluate what's going on in your own life.
Sure.
Are you telling your kid to do ABC, but you're doing
You are doing it differently.
X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
And when you're a man raising that boy, boys love their fathers. They model their fathers.
That's true.
You know, and what your child sees you doing, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
All these things that you're doing, how you treat women, all of those things, your child is going to model that. As a mother, you know, you are teaching your son how to treat other women.
That's true.
That's the type of support that we should be giving as well. What type of role models are we?
Yeah, to our children.
Our generation is very liberal, you know, and it goes beyond sex. It goes to alcohol. It goes to
drugs and all that.
Drugs and it goes to a lot of things. But because we're talking about sex in this particular regard, that on its own, all those people that are parking at your gate and coming into your bedroom, you think your child does not see. Your child is aware of that.
So a child will grow up thinking this is a norm.
Yeah, this is normal.
I can change.
I can do
change.
this.
I can change because that's how it is.
Hey.
That's how my mind is wired to be always having. And then we get surprised. My child is.
Whatever your child accepts is probably what you've taught them to accept. And this cuts deep because no parent wants to admit that. You know, no parent wants to admit that they've been a horrible role model.
Yeah, that's true.
But the sooner we accept that, the more support we can give.
Yes.
Wow. Where do we draw a boundary in 2 minutes' time? Where do we draw a boundary from a parent and a child level? Because if we are always there and being transparent, they will think we are buddies, right? I'm a parent at the end. You realize that as we continue being transparent, that respect, it goes, you know, now we're being like intanga, we're like friends. How do we draw that boundary?
Again, modeling.
Yes.
It's modeling.
Yes, because if I don't do certain things, you know, I have the ground to stand on and say, but you've never seen me do that. We funde play on that. You know, but if it's puma sonke, so pusa sonke, and everything happens like that, then the child doesn't know where to draw the boundaries or whatever the case is. So if when there should be no reason for you to even worry about those boundaries because they will know when it's time to play and when it's time to be serious. So respect is earned, you know, and as hard as it is, we need to make sure that we are keeping that level of discipline.
Wow, this has been amazing. Where do we get hold of you? Please share your social media handles to somebody out there want to book you.
Yeah, for me, you can search for Andrew Calvin Kekai on Facebook, or you can get us on our page, Evolve to Success Academy, or you can directly contact us on 060-835-3864 for booking your sessions.
Thank you. Yes, Coach.
I do one-on-ones and I do virtual sessions. So I am on Instagram. I'm teen life coach _Lebudube. Or just search Lebogang Dube on Facebook as well. So I am on both platforms, and I am also on WhatsApp 073-055-3787.
Wow, this has been lovely. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Viewers out there, I hope you guys have learned a lot. I have learned a lot. I mean, they are saying that we have to be the role models to our children, right? So if you're not happy with how your child is modeling his or her life, maybe look at yourself. Maybe you need to do some adjustment about how you behave in front of them, right? So it takes you to become a better human in order to raise different and great teenagers out there. And yeah, I've learned a lot, and I think you did as well. We will see you again on Unleashing Your Potential with myself, Coach Teriso.